All right. Hi, everyone. It is me, Jordan Mulan Long, doing a YouTube live stream. Tube is a French borrowed word. The English word, I guess, would be hole or way. So, anyway, let me just read what we got here. New overseer can have back your fairway even more ways. And it goes on to talk about all the fun, all the things they can do. It says, well, yes. Shit. Well, there we go. Now it's off now. Well, I'm doing my live stream. For anyone who wants to come on and watch, they can. And I already got someone watching. Well, you never know who the first one who's watching your live stream is. They never write nothing in the shout out box. They never thumb it up. They come and go. And everyone has their thought and belief over who the first watcher is. Now, everyone thinks that the first watcher has to be someone from YouTube or YouSide or YouHole, making scene that your live stream is following the followership oversight and stuff. It says, "Hi Jordan, how I love your work." Well, thank you. I got 4 folks watching so far. I mean, that's a strike. I mean, I didn't see that coming at all. It goes, "Alex is my friend. Also like your work. How are you doing today?" I'm doing well today. Thank you for asking. I don't know if any of you folks are are you onlookers or seers or watchers of my work or followers or not. If you are, and you want to be an overseer of at least my shout out box on my live streams, let me know and I can add you folks. I don't know if you're going to come back every single time, you know. I didn't think I was going to get 3 or 4 onlookers or seers or watchers, but somehow I did. Someone else writes down, "I've been seeing your fairway now, and your films are cool. Ryan is my friend. I love your work, Jordan." Well, thank you. You're welcome. So I guess you wanna follow me. That's up to you. I mean, I could make you an overseer of my. Hold on, I gotta do something. My shoe. Clean up my shoe. I could make you an overseer of my shout out box, but I guess that would only work if you came back every single time. It said, "How are you come up with your films? Hi, Jordan. Your wrestling fairway is fun." Well, how do I come up with my films? Well, to answer that asking thing is a long time ago, there was I don't know, I don't think she's on YouTube anymore, but it was Natalie Tang. She was from Sovereign Land, and she would make her fairway, and she'd call it the followership fairway. And that's where I first started making my films offshooting from her work with Miss Jordan Long and the Jordan Mulan Long and the Jordan Channel 20 and all 10, all the other ones that came before I made this one. So that would answer the asking thing. It said, "Your fairway is watchable." Well, thank you. All right. So I see I can unput someone as overseer. There you go. I don't know if anybody else wants to be it goes by. It says, "Hey, what's your beloved crafting films on YouTube?" First off, I don't shift my films at all. I don't skim them or clean them. I don't do that. I never will. Now you're always gonna. I don't clean or skim or cut my films. I don't work the YouTube one. I don't work the Microsoft or SmallSoft one. I don't even work the VLC one. You know, it's like I don't. It's like all I do is put an end sheet. That's all it's good for. All of these film skimming tools or cleaning tools or shifting tools, whatever you want to call them, they don't really work very well. Yeah, they could make your films brighter or darker. They could give you a beginning and end sheet to your film. But once you're asking for it to cut something out, that's when you're asking too much. So no, they just do more to besmirch your film than they do to help it. And some of them take too much time to fillet whatever shifts you did make to your films. So no, I don't skim or cut or clean my films with any film skimming tool. Not from that. And I had some of them in the past, and they weren't really that good. The SmallSoft Windows Filmmaker was shit. The ArcSoft one was shit. I even had, oh God, a Cyberlink or Interweb feed over Strength Overseer. All it could do is film. It was broken. So I don't do any of that stuff with my films. And we all know that means Apple iFilm is shit. That means Sony Vegas one is shit. And we all know the Last Cut one is shit too. And I know there's some folks out there that like to bitch and rant about, oh, why don't you skim out your films and Skimmer is your friend. Oh, other things to read out, it says. It goes, oh, what's your beloved beer? I don't drink any beer anymore. When I did, it was Rolling Rock, but not anymore. It says, how do you talk about on your web oversight? What? I talk about the oversights? I don't know. I don't talk about the oversights. I just hope to follow the oversights. I watched one of your films, which is right now, and you were like, it said you ranked us. I guess that's what you meant to say. I don't know. Do you have a beloved side fairway to watch? That's hard to say because I got a lot of them. But the ones that I put on my fairway are the ones that I offshoot from. But I tend to watch a lot of folks. So I don't have one beloved one, all of them. But I do watch many of them. But I can't tell you which one on top of the head since I got so many of them. It goes, this is Far Jordan, someone says. Do you have a TikTok? No. Sorry, I do not. Since I do not have a Wireless Wise Far Ringer or Far Speaker. And we know TikTok is one of those websites that goes, if you don't got a Wireless Far Speaker, it sucks to be you. You can't make films. So no, I don't. It said, Folkley Sony Vegas film shifter is always awful. They all are. Every one of them. They're all don't work very well. The only thing the YouTube one's good for is make an end sheet. What's your beloved doll? Hell, the Jordan one right now, me. It goes, did you see the new four scene or the four scene or the four scene of the new Godzilla fight King Kong film? No, I have not. Yes. Do you have a beloved friend? I got many friends, Jordan says. I don't know. I think they're all my beloved friends. And so far, I'm up to at least having 7 folks on my thing, and now I gotta put my wind blower back in my window since it's getting hot in my room. And if you don't understand what I just said, I gotta put my fan in the window. And this thing's like fucked. I'm gonna stretch out that far. This thing won't go far. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh. Yeah. All right. There we go. Anyway, getting back to the whole skimming thing, you're asking for way too much. Yeah, it goes, oh, I was fall too. I saw it fall too. Have you ever had a far speaker? Yeah, far speaker. Far ringer. A telephone. Yes, I do. It's in between it being dumb and wise. It's like in the middle. You know, it gives you a shooter. You can make films. You can shoot likenesses. You can call folks. But that's about it. It says, what if Holyfell Nicholas went to the bathroom? Well, I made a lot of films about that. So you can go back and look at all of them if you want to. It said, are you ever going to be a YouTube mate? No, I will never, ever be a YouTuber, a U-hole, or a U-side mate. Never. I will. I already have it bad enough. I already enough that I'm upholding and I'm following YouTube followership oversight and YouTube website oversight. I don't want to be following YouTube mateship oversight, which shifts all the time. YouTube showing oversight, which shifts all the time. And I wouldn't get in anyway. My watch time isn't big. I don't have a lot of followers. My films don't get a lot of watch time. And then on top of that, then I got a whole bunch of oversights that keep shifting. I got to worry about being in good standing with. Then I got income toll, Gaver, Reich, Earl income toll to worry about being fully or halfway answerable for. So no, I'm never going to be a YouTube mate. That's never going to happen. If the website wants to put showings on my films, knock themselves out. I am not answerable for any of that. It said, it said, where do you live? I live in Los Angeles, California, 41 Reichs. Or yeah, that's where I live. Or at least that's where, so anyway. So I know some of you folks out there might say, oh, Jordan, you lied. Okay, whatever. It says, would you ever tell? It said, no, I don't work for the website, so I can't tell you all the followership oversights. But if you go to the help middle, they'll show you all the YouTube followership oversights. The old ones, the new ones. I can't help you with that. So, oversight, yeah, guidelines. But that's a French borrowed word. English word is oversight. Community, French borrowed word. English word is followership. It said, do you have lungs? Yeah, I do. What would I be breathing with? It said, do you like watching Lord Fiend? No, I do not. So anyway, here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to get to right now. Some of you folks say, oh, it said, how would you make a film about Hulu? I think I have made films about that website. What is your beloved YouTube fairways? I don't know. I got a whole bunch of them. I can't tell you if they're beloved or not. So anyway, so now, see, first off, most of the time, if I would do a live stream in the past, a Google Hangout, now a live stream, I wouldn't really get all these folks. You know, I wouldn't be getting all these folks coming on. You know, And I guess I might just be lucky because the next time I do it, I probably won't get all the same folks again. And I know that my films aren't really that out of glee or to some folks. Some folks like them, some folks don't like them. So anyway, and then next month is going to make 10 years that this YouTube fairway has been around. Even though YouTube made a mistake and fucked up, the website made a mistake, or Hole made a mistake once and said, "Oh, you didn't." Yeah, I started it somewhere in May or the 5th month, so it's going to make 10 years. 10 years of me doing this. Also, I'm a bloodsucker huntress, and I hunt bloodsuckers. Well, I don't make films about it all the time, but I do it. You know, it said, "I still love you, Jordan." 11 folks. Cool. So if anyone else wants to be a overseer of my shout out box, let me know. But then again, that would mean that you would have to show up, that you would be on every single time. And if you're not a follower of my fairway, you're probably not going to come back the next time. And I got to have trust. Trust that yeah, because you know how some folks go. It's that I've been watching your film for about 5 years. You've been making films. Well, you've been watching them for 5 years. Yeah. So, yeah. Because you know there's some folks out there, they'll just go out and do whatever they want on one shout out box. And you don't know if someone just made them that and just said, go do whatever the fuck you want, because that's probably the mindset of some of these folks. But not me. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Sorry for clearing my throat. Now I'm going to get back to what I was talking about earlier. It says, oh, Roman Reigns would be done. No, hardly doubt. So anyway, we're talking about, folks say, oh, why don't you shift and clean or skim your films? Well, first off, here I had some bad time. They take too much time. They don't really work very well at all. And they do a lot more to besmirch your film than they do to help it. The one thing you should never do when you got these tools, don't ever hit the cut, because that's when you're asking for too much. See, back in the day, the one I had some back in the day. Everyone knows the beloved small soft windows filmmaker. Oh, it could make your film bright and dark, give you a beginning and end sheet to your film. It was a hit and miss when it came to cutting things out. Most of the time, it'd fuck your film up, and it says, I'm sorry, you can't put the film back together. And it would take too long to fillet any shifts you did make to your film. The ArcSoft one, well, it couldn't cut nothing out. ArcSoft Web Shooter Friend, ArcSoft Film Furlayer, they came with my HP Web Shooter back in the day. They couldn't cut nothing out. It was broke. They could fillet your films fast. But at the end of the day, all it was really good for is make it dark, make it brighter, begin and end sheet. I can't cut nothing out. Then the last one I had was some broken down offshoot of Cyberlink Power Director or Interweb Feed Strength Overseer, which is broke. All it could do is film. So I don't want to hear about how these film shifting tools are my friends. They're not. Yeah, Apple iFilm is shit. Sony Vegas Film Shifter is shit. Last Cut is shit. And VLC Player, all it's really good at is playing discs. So I don't want to hear about how these ones are so great. The YouTube one or the U-Hole one or whatever, yeah, that's shit too. The only thing it's good at is making end sheets. No, those are flying rings from my godmother Xena, who's got flying rings. It said, well, all the film shifting tools are shit. The Small Soft one, the Arc Soft one, the Apple one, the Sony one, the MachiCam one, the Cyberlink or the interweb feed one is shit. VLC is shit. The YouTube or U-Hole one is shit. So yeah. So no, I don't shift my films up with any of them. And you'll get trolls, you'll get haters that will say things like, skimming is your friend. Oh yeah, skimming was my friend. A friend that had a weakness. One friend said, I can't cut nothing out of your films. The other friend said, oops, I besmirched your film. Sorry about that. Well, can I work anything before and after it? No. You cut it in half. You can't do nothing with it. And the other one goes, I can't do nothing but film. And I know what someone out there might say. It goes, Jordan, did you ever still talk to God Jorah? Yeah, I still talk to God Jorah. It goes, yeah, it doesn't really make anything. Yeah, I guess so. So, where was I at? There'll be someone will say, oh, why don't you hire a shifter? What? Someone who is going to take my films and shift them and then bitch about how much I'm yielding them to shift my films? No, thank you. I'm not shifting my films. No one's going to shift my films. And if that makes my films unwatchable by some, not all, by some, then oh well, it is what it is. Jordan, I love you. Do you believe in Jesus? Yeah, I'm a Christian, folk. I believe in God and Jesus. Oh, y'all bring some other folks on your YouTube live stream now, Jordan. I don't know. So, yeah. Sorry for clearing my throat. Yeah. So, yeah, it's what it is. And someone might ask and say, some folks might think, oh, are you running out of things to talk about, Jordan? You make the same film over and over again. I do make the same films over and over again. If someone doesn't like it, that's too bad. I'm not answerable to my followership or to my non-followers. Either you like my films or you don't. That's your own business. Now you gotta love these folks that always tell you all kinds of stuff. They'll say, oh, well, yeah. And some folks like my work and some folks don't like my work. It is what it is. I can't really do that much about it. Yeah. Well, Jordan said, I am also a show player. And I run my film business known as Jordan Long Craftings. Yeah, you all know it's a fake business anyway, so it goes, gotta unlook you putting through that only to make your own things. It said, since we like you. Someone said 100. So I guess that finally happened. They finally got that setting up on the YouTube live stream on the shout out box. So anyway, So you know how there's always these folks. They go on Patreon, which is a French borrowed word, backer, forwarder, GoFundMe. You know how they double standard, because you'll have folks that say, hey, they're good for doing that. But then you go and you ask someone for something or someone to back you up, and then they'll make a double standard and they'll say, Jordan, how dare you ask someone for something? How dare you do that? Well, you know, those websites are just interweb asking websites. You can call them what you want to call them, but it's still interweb asking either way, you know. You know, and some folks out there think that playing with dolls is, you know, wrong, that it's childish, that it's sinful and unlawful. Well, the haters and trolls always have that said belief about one's films, and that's their belief, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't truly care what their thoughts and beliefs are. They're hushed and locked, and that's the end of it, you know. So I don't know if I want to have anyone else on my live stream or not. Sorry for that burp. Let me go read some more of this. It said, Jordan, what do you want, King? You mean if I was a queen or a kaiserin? I don't know. I don't know. It goes, great on-look film, my friend. Great on-look film, my near kin. Your doll is that, so it's made it most likely haters are kid. No, let's be earnest about that. Haters and trolls are not only children, but they're also grown-ups too. See, that's the misbelief. But the haters and trolls can be children, they can be grown-ups. So there's no forgiveness for, oh, these are, you know, whatever. You know, for that. It said, Jordan, why is, I don't know. I don't have no likeness or self or whatever you're asking me. You know, sorry about that. I don't have any of that. And I will guess I'll have to bring had to have someone else on my YouTube live stream. You know. Well, who's my beloved wrestlers? Yeah. Well, I like two. I like I like Asuka and I like The Undertaker. Well, all right, Jordan said. Now I'm gonna start talking about other things now. Like, all right. So this happened to me many years ago in 2020, YL. I think it was a Wednesday. It probably was a Wednesday back then. I was doing a YouTube live stream with my friends, who are also dolls, by the way, too. And then the film gets flagged. It goes, oh, this film wasn't following followership oversight. But since this is the first time it's ever happened, you get a warning and you get to keep your good standing. And everyone kept saying, oh, it's a toll. The toll's fucking everything up. Yeah, everybody likes to gill it on that. So then every time I go on a YouTube live stream, I always keep worrying, oh, was that going to happen again? And it didn't happen again. You know, and I keep away. I don't do anything in my films that has anything to do with ownership or double right, you know, or fair work. Because keep in mind, fair work is not, no way, was not going to shield you from anything. You see, fair work is a double-bladed sword. meaning you can do something, but the owners of it will either say, "Oh, that's our work," or they'll say, "Yeah, you did enough shifts to it, we'll leave it alone." But I don't do anything in my films that would make anyone or their lawyers or them or the owners themselves, think someone's not on looking my ownership. Someone's not on looking my double right. Someone's someone's doing fair work. Well, you didn't make enough to meet my fair work standard, friend. So no thanks. Well, there's someone that should have been hushed and locked right there. Well, it looks like, oh, this is what happens. Well, I got to do it myself then. Yeah, don't worry. I took care of him or her, you know. Yeah, that's good to know. Yeah, it is. See, that's what happened. They just stand around and do nothing. Well, him or her is going to know why they, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Well, let's see. Jordan said what I can do here. Oh, I can take this out now. There we go. Now we get to talk about other things too. All the kind of shit that I had to put up with being Far Eastern. First off, the whole thing about Jordan, I thought you'd be good. Oh, I had 11 watchers, 11 followers. 11 watchers, onlookers, seers. Now I got two. Yeah, I ran about 11 folks off. Well, I guess they're never going to come back. So we know that we. So who else wants to be an overseer in my shout out box? But sadly, it was like I'm gonna have to do it myself. So anyway, oh, the stuff I'd put up with, they'd say, "Oh, well, there you go. Now I got one. They're all leaving on me now. They're like, oh, fuck this. It's not Glee anymore. It's all right. You're the only one there. I had 11 of them, and they had to go and do things. It is what it is." So anyway, this thing right here tells you how many folks are watching. That thing's always fucked. You think they're ever going to heal it? Well, think again. Anyway, so they'd be like, "Oh, Jordan, you should be good at working sticks to eat things," or "Jordan, your middle name's Mulan. Let's go make fun of you for that," which I didn't really care until Disney's Mulan came out my middle name. Then I got made fun of, and I told my mother once, "They make fun of middle name. Can I shift it?" Yeah. And most of the time, I didn't be. Most of the time, I really didn't behave the way most folks wanted me to behave. You know, I never really lied. I'm not in a handbags. Fuck that, Jordan says. Why the fuck do I need one to do? I didn't like to get my ears pierced. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't like that shit. So yeah, didn't really do all the same things everybody else did. You know, Jordan. No, I don't really. What, you asking me about? No, I want nothing to do with double right, nothing to do with ownership. Yeah, I've been in good standing with that for years. I never want to get into any of that. Yeah, why don't I just show you how that would play out like? Let me get someone, and I can show you how that would play out like. You know? Shit. How did Sailor Mini Moon fall down? Fuck! Ah, there we go. The truth is, I don't give a shit about my ownership or my double right. You know? Some do, some don't. I know my films are good. Now I gotta get someone how it would come off like. Oh, all right. So here would be like here's Rain Park, and Rain it'd be like this. Oh well, shift around so do it like that. It'd be like, oh well, you're not on looking my ownership or my double right. Strike. Well, I thought I don't want to be in that. Yeah, well, fair work. Fuck fair work. It's still my films. And even if you meet the standard of fair work, I still say it's no. And you can't afford to get a lawyer. You can't afford to go in front of in the lead of a doomsman or a doomswoman to see if your film meets fair work or not. Yeah, you're right. You win. You got me dead to right. You know? Yeah. So yeah, you got me dead to rights on that. You know that it's not going to win. So don't even seek, because you're not going to win. Yeah, that's my things. Well, I thought I did fair work. Yeah, fuck fair work. It's still my work. So I really want to go for that shit. No. So I really want to. Do I really want to go for any of that shit? No, I don't. You know? Only it would be even harder for someone to fake flag my films and then say that they owned it. Because first off, all this in the room, it would be hard for them to say, "Oh yeah, well that's my window, and those are my dolls, and that's my likeness of my beloved dog. It died like 2 years ago, and all other stuff. Oh, and those are my one horns over there, and this and that. Yeah, so you see how that goes, right? You know, so you know how that goes, right? Yes. So that's why I keep away from ownership and double right and all that things. Well, it looks like that I started out with 11 folks. It looks like I only got one or two now. Well, it's probably a good thing I didn't make them on overseers of my shout out box, because we all know they all know they won't be here next time. You know? And sometimes I always think that my work isn't as good as everybody else's work. You know, how everybody else out there will have this belief about whose work they think is good, who they think is bad. I was like, well, all these film businesses, all these show businesses, all these play businesses, all these skilled wrestling businesses, and even writers on their own, they're all more good than me. Well, that was a belief that I believed. Was there any truth to it? No, there wasn't no truth to back it up, but that's what I believed at the time. It said, I wonder why they all left. I don't know. They had to go to work, had to go to learn. They had to take a shit, take a piss, go to sleep. Your guess is as good as mine. Need be, they thought that this film wasn't really Glee anymore. They're like, oh, it's nothing outstanding. It's just some doll, someone talking through some Far Eastern Dawnlandish doll. Nothing outstanding here. It says that's sad. Well, sadly, it is what it is. You know? Not really much I can do about it. You know, not really much anyone can do about it. Either you trust it or you don't. Well, sorry for clearing my throat there. Sadly, that can't be helped either. You know how that goes. It said, Jordan, your show's wonderful. Yeah, it is. It is wonderful. Only, so like today, I was going to have like, they always tell me, like, my godmother Zena always tells me something like, she goes, oh, Jordan, like every time we get fleet worms, she's like, you know, you shouldn't eat the whole bag. And I don't eat the whole bag anymore. But then they go off and I have this belief I still do and I don't. You got it. Yeah, I guess I do. It's like, oh, and I'm still, it's like, yeah, I gotta go clean these off now. I gotta go clean my. Well, I know some folks always, everybody always likes to be on my YouTube live, be on my live stream. Dylan used to come on all the time. He does. He always likes to come on all the time. He even gets sad if he didn't come on. He hasn't been on one in some time. John! What? I want to be on YouTube last week. You, what do you want? John! I want to be on YouTube last week. Yeah, I'm doing a live stream. Yeah, goody good. Yeah, sorry. It goody good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's goody good. Well, so you do a live stream. Yeah, I am, Dylan. Well, that good. So soon, soon I gonna be 5 years old soon. You won't be until August or the 8th month. Yeah, Dylan, you know that's when you were born. Don't start that though. Joe, what we gonna do tomorrow? I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna do tomorrow. No, I don't. Yeah. Today Gabrielle didn't pass well on me. Why you always behind some like Dylan? Why you always behind me? Or Gabrielle or Jade or Xenos or Osmond? Why always behind someone? I like be behind. Well, then you know it's going to happen. Yeah. So when am I go learn? I don't know. When you're 5. Oh no, Dylan says that me I'm gonna be. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan. That's when it's going to happen. Yeah. Well, at least I have head start from everybody else because I do ABC mouse. Yeah, you do, Jordan says. You do ABC mouse. You got it. Well, this is my god brother Dylan. Yeah, hi. Everyone, haven't been on live streaming long time. It goody good. Yeah. Now the glasses are all fogging up again. Fuck. Guess I'm gonna have to put that back in again. But it's probably not gonna help. There we go. It says, "What is your 5 beloved dolls in your gathering?" That's hard to say. It really is hard to say. How, Dylan? What you got to hit into me for? Deal me a hit into you. Yeah. At one time, well, yeah, one time, I don't know. Dylan says, "I gotta go." Where you gotta go? Oh, it's good being on your live stream with you, but gotta go now. Dylan says, "Hi, Jordan. Yeah, gotta go." All right. Yeah, well, that was Dylan. My god brother Dylan. Can sit down. On. There you go. There we go. That was my god brother Dylan, who was on there before. It said, "Hello, Jordan. I love your films, Jordan." Well, thank you for that. Hi, Dylan. No, you're misspelling it. This is how it's spelled. Yeah. So anyway, it is what it is. Well, it says, oh, hi, Dylan. Yeah, he was on there. My god brother Dylan hadn't been on a YouTube live stream in some time. So he decided to come on there. You know? You know? Yeah, I do, but he's in one of those boxes or whatever somewhere. And I don't know, which one. So he's in one of those boxes somewhere, and I don't know where, but I do have one. Well, yeah. It says, oh, Sailor Moon team up with him. Yeah, I guess so. I guess Sailor Moon and them would. I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. If they would or would not, you know. So everybody always they like ask me, oh, they're like, why? It goes, I don't know what to say. They'd be like, oh, well. So other things they might ask is like, I don't know. That's the thing. Someone out there might think, oh, that I'm running out of things to talk about, or I'm running out of things to make film uploads and lives on, but that would not be true. A lot of things happen, I just don't always talk about it all the time, but they do, you know? So, anyway, now, it is what it is. And I think I have probably made more films than the ones that got me the ones I was offshooting from. Yeah, they might have more watch time than me and more followers than me, and they might be mates of some kind. But I think I probably end up beating them when it came to making uploads and lives. Oh, yes, that's true. And I have shifted so many times over the years. And a lot of folks, shit, it said Hulk Hogan would win if he had a pot time. I don't know if Hulk Hogan would win or not if he had whatever you're asking what he had, you know. It's like sorry for sorry for clearing my throat. Well, more for that yawn. So anyway, then are going to be someone out there. So me and my godmother Zena and Cameron and my god sister Gabrielle and my god brother Dylan will go to all the W Yield shows, at least the ones for Raw and SmackDown and NXT. And what Jade will do if she happens to be home with Xenos and Osmond is that if her beloved wrestler loses or is booked and written in some way she doesn't like, she'll either shift it off, tell them it's over, or she'll call me up and then say, "Oh, Jordan, my beloved wrestler, whatever he or she is, oh, they're not doing so well," and then hang up on me or say something like I had something to do with it. And you see, the funny thing is, almost all Jade's beloved wrestlers all shift out to be Far Eastern. I was like, Jade, I got nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with, what that. And some folks don't know my younger sister Jade is a wrestler, and she plays Wendy Chu. She's been in WWE for some time playing Wendy Chu. You know? But that's what she likes to do. She'll be like, oh, look what's happening to Asuka. Look what happened to Io Sarai. Look what's happening to, Mia Ying. Oh no, look what happened to Sora Nakamura. Look what happened to her. Or whatever. Look what happened to Wendy Chu. Oh, did you book that? Did you write that? No. She'll do that to me. Now you might say, why does Jade and Xenos and Osmond have to be at home? Well, the way that Xena and Cameron look at, they got some folks watching the house and we're not around, besides Philip, the housekeeper. We got some folks watching the house, And the only times that Jade ever comes with us is when those other two aren't around. I asked Jade, I'm like, why do you do this to me? Why she do that? Because she likes to be a creep, likes to be a bully, likes to be a heel by doing that to me. Yeah. And also, don't forget, Jade works at Dunkin' sometimes. So you asked me, would Hulk Hogan win if he had a prop time? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that asking thing. You know. But your guess is good as mine. Well, I'm going to let you in on a little thing. Back in the day, in the toy wrestling gathering, gathering's been around for about 30 years. Hulk Hogan was on Vince Kamicki's shit list. Why? Who knows? For years, starting as early as between 98 YL to about 20, Hulk Hogan would be shamed and guilted. He would be put into matches that he wasn't going to win, And why did he have it out? Why did Vince Kamicki have it out for him? No one really seemed to have the answer for that. Yeah, they offshooted to other wrestlers over time. Started fighting with Steve Austin, The Rock, and Jorah and Xena. Yeah, get my godmother Xena, who has only been at TWF came to TWF and between 99 YL, 1 year before God Jorah did. And sadly, she got to be put in this one saga, this one tale with Randy Savage, and it was the LJN Randy Savage doll. So, and he started doing kinds of shit to her. We don't need to go into that anymore. So I don't know how long. Well, it looks like I might have to end this YouTube live stream soon. I'm sorry I can't answer that asking thing about what if Hulk Hogan would win this if he had this pup time or something. I don't, know the answer to that or not. And I don't really know if anyone else is going to come on. It mostly looks like everyone else that did come on. I started out with 11. I'm down to 2. And I don't really know how to answer that one asking thing someone asked me about Hulk Hogan would win. It said, fun being here. Well, thank you for that. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want the asking thing about if Hulk Hogan would win if he had this time or something. I don't know. But I am going to leave you with this funny thing. So in the early days of the toy wrestling gathering, we've been around for about 30 years. We had the LJN Hulk Hogan and the LJN WWF Hulk Hogan doll and the WCW Toy Biz doll. And their hands are like this, hands like that. They're trying to make them do all their things. It's just weird. So, yeah. So, Mind C taking the LJN WF Hulk Hogan doll, which hands is like this. Then you got a Mind C having the WCW Toy Biz Hulk Hogan doll, and you're trying to make their hands do it. While this is going on, you either have the Hulk Hogan song going from either over WrestleMania on the over Nintendo or Heaven, or the Keenly Loudness either on the Sega beginning, or you got the over WrestleMania, or Keenly Loud, going on the Sega beginning. But this is going on. It says, and it's funny. Are you all right? Well, Hulk Hogan and the Hulk did have some matches in the TWF. I believe last year. Hulk Hogan won some of them. The Hulk won the others. So I think both Hulk Hogan and the Hulk are even when it comes to that. So yeah. So anyway, all right. So since you're in be talking about Hulk Hogan, better go end the YouTube live stream. It said, well, that's hard to say. Because the Hulk Hogan won one match, the Hulk won the other match, Hulk Hogan won the other, and the Hulk won the other one. And I got a whole bunch of them. The LJN, the Toy Biz, and the WF, WCW ones. So there's the one that. So, Jordan, you want to be talking about me. Yeah, I was. But nothing bad. I can tell you something right now, Hulk Hogan says. You brought up that whole yesteryear between me and Vince Kamicki back in the day. I don't know what his hang-up with me was. I don't know. I mean, you did win the TWF heavyweight winnings 2 times, the light heavyweight winnings once, the world heavyweight winnings once. You won King of the Ring 1 year. Yeah. I don't know what he had against me, brother. I don't know. But I did have some matches with the Hulk. I think he won one. I think I won one. I think how it goes. Is he starting up again? Because I thought me and him got our things settled, and I thought we were both on the same side. Well, unless we want to have Hulk Hogan fight the Hulk again. Yeah. Well, I already beat him 2 times, so I don't see the big deal if I got to beat him again. Well, all right, Hulk Hogan. All right. I got to be going now. No. Yeah, I ain't done this in a long time, brother. I do that back in the day. Yeah, I guess you would. All right, Hulk Hogan says. I'll be going now. Well, all right, Hulk Hogan. Good to see you. Good to see you, too. All right, there I got to get Hulk Hogan, First off, yeah, Hulk and Hulk Hogan did have their matches in the TWF. I think at least there were 2 of them, I think, somewhere last year. But I don't know if it really went beyond that or not. you know. So anyway, I just gotta say, I guess it has to do with if Hulk Hogan seen the Hulk coming or the Hulk saw Hulk Hogan coming, but I don't really know. All I know is for the TWS offshoot of everything that happened. So it looks like all the time I got. If you like this film, then follow me over here at the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the other film I made this morning over here. Talking about why I don't choose. I, Jordan Mulan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.